All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, T. Welcome to the Adventures of TNT. Now, tonight, I was in the mood for rock music. I love old school rock and roll, and tonight I wanted to journey back into the 60s and explore some of the bands that I've heard about, but I'm not too familiar with their music. And two of those bands are some of the largest bands out of the 60s, but they're two bands that when you think of old 60s rock and roll, these artists come to mind, which are the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Now, I've done reactions to the Beatles before on this channel, or maybe like 2 songs, but I know sometimes their music isn't really too friendly with YouTube. So I'm not too sure if this video might make it up, but hopefully it does. But I really want to jump into their music because everybody speaks so highly of the Beatles. They're known as one of the greatest rock bands ever, and I've really never heard any of their music. And that's one of the main reasons why I've started this reaction channel, so that I can explore bands that are popular around the world, but I don't know anything about. So the song I'm going to be checking out today is, let me see, what song is this? This is called A Day in the Life. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's hear what they got. Let's go.
I saw the photograph. He blew his mind out in a car.
Fell out of bed, dragged a comb across my head.
Whoa. Oh, I guess that's it. All right, so this was a very odd piece. It's not something that I was really expecting from this band, in which, like I said, I'm not too familiar with the Beatles' music. I'm not familiar with their styles. I just have nothing to go off of, and this really doesn't sound like anything that I've heard before. While listening to this, it sounds just like a light-hearted song, but buried within this song is like levels of stuff. And I guess it would probably make more sense to me if I was if this was a song that I heard during the 60s, because I have a feeling that a lot of the stuff that he's talking about, or they're talking about in this song, is relevant to the times. And I'm not too sure of everything that was going on during the 60s, but I know that there was a lot of, it was like a lot of anti-war and a time where people were being rebellious on a lot of things. But the way this song, the way some of the lyrics were going in this song, he was basically talking about the day in the life of different people, like the perspectives of different people. And you know, when I first start hearing this, or when I was listening to this, it was like, okay, you know, it's kind of lighthearted. But the lyric that really caught me off guard was, it says, I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. I saw the photograph. He blew his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. And right there, when he was talking about how somebody had blew their mind out in the car, instantly I was thinking that this person had, offed themselves. And so it had to be a current event. It had to be something that was a big deal during the time. But of course, I'm not familiar with the time period, so I'm not sure who it was. Well, at the last lyric says nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords. So I'll probably have to look that up to find out who exactly that was, if that was like an actual scenario of something happening. So this was a very interesting song. Like I said, a lot of parts are lost on me, only because I'm not too familiar what was going on in 67 or the late 60s during this time in Europe. But of course, if you have any information on that, go ahead and help fill me in. I would love to continue doing my journey with the Beatles music because, like I said, this is a unique. So far it's a unique style to me, but also I think that some of the things that they talk about were really relevant to that time period, and I would love to hear more from it. And anyway, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Like this video, fill me in on some of this information that about this band, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.